The most helpful book ever published will teach everyone how nature creates people's personalities, including the circle of friends associated with personality. What is the meaning of circle of friends? Well, simply put, this is nature's way of limiting our social life. These are the natural occurring ideal circle of friends, or the natural tendency to associate with others with respect to volume. It is the number of people different personalities naturally tend to associate with, or the quantity of their circle of friends tending to repeat and are profoundly noticed in people's personality. You see, just as different types of animals tend to live in groups or alone to function the best, people's personalities are no exception. These circle of friends tendencies are permanent, natural occurring, desires which show up and are most preferred by the different personalities. While you can only observe them, they never vanish. You see, nature is known to be associated with limiting socialization in many walks of life, and not only in personality but in other areas of life. For example, in aquatic ecosystems, the moray eel tends to have a solitary lifestyle, isolating themselves in small holes in the reef. In contrast, the animal kingdom has some animals known to exist in groups, such as the elephant or zebra. In the insect world, the honeybee also exists in a group producing honey, or any natural existence having the circle of friends limited in some way by nature. Yes, this occurs even in personalities. These observed circle of friends, which anyone can observe for himself or herself, occur most often enough to consider them reliable trends. The most helpful book ever published will identify them for you, and these circle of friends preferred by the different personalities you will read about will give you the advantage of understanding the circle of friends patterns of people. When you learn about the circle of friends patterns of people's personalities, you will be able to predict how a person is most likely to function in their life. To know what they desire the most in their social life. So what are these circle of friends patterns? You will realize that people tend to socialize with different numbers of people. Not because they are social or antisocial, but because they appear to have a natural tendency to socialize with more or less people. This is a result of Mother Nature's limits in different personalities. For example, in one group of people with similar birth date ranges, it was consistently found that they all had a strong desire to be in constant contact with large groups of people in their life all the time. This resulted in fulfilling their life in the most meaningful way. They improved their life by reaching out for multiple numbers of people. They really preferred their circle of friends to be large. This made them very happy, and this was important to discover. You have to know what makes you happy in life. The most difficult part was uncovering the quantity of what their circle of friends would be that they desired the most. The problem was recognizing or pinpointing the fact that they had this larger quantity desire as their circle of friends. You see, once you are aware of your quantity of the circle of friends, especially about the circle of friends you need yourself, you can embrace this desire, and help others to discover this desire, as well, giving you the advantage of perfecting your life. To really find what you desire socially. Remember this. There is one observation that was found for sure: no matter whom you are, everyone has a desire for the circle of friends. This is a reality in life that nobody can escape. The most helpful book ever published will help everyone to recognize the different circle of friends patterns which linger among people's personalities. This will result in a better understanding of what makes people happy, especially yourself. So why does everybody have these circle of friends patterns? Thank goodness they exist. However, if you observe everyone more closely, even through the generations, you will notice a reoccurring circle of friends pattern that is similar to everyone belonging to a certain birth date range that never goes away. The circle of friends needed by the different personalities are very special to bring us all fulfillment in life. So how can this great work of literature help everyone to learn more about people's personalities? The core or body of this exciting material contains 8 chapters which describe and uncover the unique ways of how nature shapes us in a special way that improves your comprehension of understanding personalities to the point that you really can read people like a book, and in a way like never before. This means you will understand why people act and behave the way they do with their unique habits, all shaped by nature. You will learn about nature's personality factory that creates personalities similar to how an auto factory creates cars. 10 years went into writing this informative material. The official copyright was established and recorded in the United States in the year 2022. This is a very rare original work that can't be found anywhere else. The most helpful book ever published sets an example with the goal and desire to present a great work of quality material in a newly discovered science from the publishing industry to help others gain better health, wealth, and knowledge for a terrific future. This is a rare work that can't be found anywhere else. If you have a hobby or are a professional book collector or are thinking about starting a book collection, you can add value to your collection by collecting this first signature edition offered here. You don't have to read the whole book ever because you will only be reading the sections which pertain to you, as this will be explained with very easy comprehension to see that you won't be reading with much labor at all, with mostly short readings. You only read what you need. This rare work of literature was written with the following strict guidelines which were more difficult than any doctor program at any university. First, it must be a new scientific discovery that no mind has ever touched. Second, it must be non-fiction. Third, it must receive an official registration of copyright by the United States government. This book is certainly very informative, and you will learn fascinating concepts to understand people better. This means no more struggling in your life trying to guess what you are good at, who your best companion is, or what career you're cut out for. The entire book is designed for easy comprehension and is very simple. In fact, you won't be reading this material with much labor at all, with mostly short readings. Add the most helpful book ever published to your collection now. The entire book is designed for easy comprehension and is very simple. In fact, you won't be reading this material with much labor at all, with mostly short readings. Add the most helpful book ever published to your collection now. P.S. Thomas W. Anti searches on Google and Yahoo quickly finds you, the most helpful book ever published.